Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia. Ahead, we'll decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game, as we've got a great one in store between the New Orleans Saints and the Philadelphia Eagles. And they will not get a chance to return this one, as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Sanders' first carry of the game. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. But just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. Sanders. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. He shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. P.J. Williams with a pick, and he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. So a tug on the face mask, and that's going to cost him 15 yards.
And sometimes it'll go unnoticed, but that one, pretty obvious for everyone to see.
And now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Winston to give, it's Kamara.
Now that was an excellent run, and when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job, and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. With the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes, so when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. A give to Kamara running right. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle.
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Alvin Kamara, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Saints are on the board first here in this division round matchup. The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10.
And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, this defense for the Saints, they were very strong in the win last week over the Giants.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
To throw again on 2nd down. Hurts. They're trying for Rager, but it's intercepted. P.J. Williams with a pick. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And we'll see if that pick 6 looms large as this game continues, because we've seen plays like that alter a lot of playoff contests over the years.
I would agree with that totally. And you often think to yourself, why do they alter it so much? Because after games, don't we hear coaches and players say, well, one play doesn't usually determine the outcome? But I don't think that's really true, do you? Because there's times when we see plays like that, and all of a sudden the momentum jumps to that team side, it deflates the other side, and they never pick it back up. And then things really go from there, don't they?
That's the thing for me. We talk about momentum changes. A play like that is the ultimate momentum change. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. First carry for Kenneth Gainwell. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
2nd and 8 coming up. Play action. Here's Hurts. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Hurts. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So pass interference to call. That's going to set him up with a 1st down.
And if it's a bang-bang play, maybe the flag stays in the official's pocket, but instead, he definitely impeded the receiver's right to catch the football. The officials letting the players know how the game's going to be called here in the 1st quarter.
The gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. He'll buy some time right. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. Well, that's good for a 1st down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs. Hurts a handoff to Sanders. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. And let's check on the call. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot. But they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
picked up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Now a give right side. It's Sanders. And he's going to be met at about the 43. 2 yards on the pickup. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, obviously they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead now they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now. Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18. They'll fake the give to Sanders, and now Hurts. Well, that'll be incomplete. He took a shot as he let that go, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
You definitely would like to have hit on that one because now you've got a 3rd and long showing up, and you just know defense is going to be getting after it. They are pinning their ears back, and they are coming.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Many times when a play breaks down and the quarterback's moving around outside of the pocket, you're thinking just get rid of something short. But a lot of guys are coached, think deep, take the big shot, hoping someone can get lost behind the secondary. They weren't able to connect on that one.
Taking it about the 16. Just 21 yards on the punt there. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That's exactly what you're looking for at the inside linebacker spot. Versatility. He can drop into coverage, or as he did on that last play, use his speed to get to the perimeter and knock the ball carrier for a loss.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. On 2nd and 11 now. Winston. They'll get this out to Kamara. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the 1st. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Jameis to throw it. Flush to his right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Winston now. They'll find his tight end. It's Adam Troutman. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a 1st down as well. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On 2nd and 9, Winston. Harris has it over the middle. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
On 3rd down, here's Kamara. Room here to run. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
56 yards rushing for him now, as he has been strong here in the first half of this divisional round matchup.
So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. He'll have a 1st down inside the 10. And all the way down to the 5. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Kerryon Johnson, a 5-yard touchdown run.
And the Saints continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road.
Lutz good on the extra point, and it's now 21-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
From the 10. And able to get this out to the 25.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
On 2nd and 7, Hurts. That's swung out wide to Sanders. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. 2nd quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. And his throw here is incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Hurts sets up to throw it. Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground.
And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. Going deep here for Watkins.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Brian Poole.
And the Saints are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? He said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
A 10th carry for Kamara. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40.
84 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in his first half.
On the ground, this is Kamara. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
On 2nd and inches, Winston. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. On 1st and 10, Winston. Thomas has got it, complete. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. And that hits off the left upright, and it caroms away, no good. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC Divisional Round matchup. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. On the return, Deontay Harris. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
And they're in the position they expected to be in. They got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
Winston's throw complete there to Thomas.
And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Jameis now on first down. Flushed out right. It's brought in by Harris. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. A gain of 6 there on first.
2nd and 4.
Coming left is Kamara. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Well, that's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through. It has a nice job to hold him just a couple and force the 3rd down.
And he is going to have a Saints first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
114 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll try to throw now. Winston.
Open man is the tight end Troutman.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 11 yards there, just like last play. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Here's Winston. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield.
And the Saints are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle made at the 10-yard line.
Try to pound it in, Kamara. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. To throw, Winston.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
3rd and goal, Winston. Eluding the pressure right. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go in it, incomplete.
Well, it's been a tough go for them. These guys have been driving down the field, but defensively, once they got their backs to the goal line, turned up the pressure, that's going to lead to a 4th down. Well played.
The kick by Lutz is good. And the route is on. It's 24-0. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. On 2nd and 9, Hurts. He'll fire it deep for Rager. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
Things just kind of continuing to unravel for him here in this second half. They take the shot downfield, but this defense, once again, up to the task.
Well, this is where you think about the old phrase, desperate times call for desperate measures, because they've got nothing on the scoreboard. and they're just trying to get something.
And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there. 39 yards.
And the Saints are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And the lead will swell by one more. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Throwing is Hurts.
Wisely will throw that one away.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Here's Hurts to throw.
The Sanders has got it complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That's a first down with a cherry on top, 31 yards. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, and then the give to Sanders. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. He really hasn't been able to get on track running the football, averaging less than 4 yards a carry.
Yeah, I think that they're going to enjoy the film session because all the defenders are filling their proper gaps on just about every play. And you know what they always say for a defensive coach? When I click off this film, I better see 11 jerseys in the picture going after the ball carrier.
On 2nd and 9, Hurts. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Sanders. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders taking it in from 4 yards out.
And the Eagles are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter.
Elliott good with a PAT, and the lead is down to 24. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They have all but booked their ticket to the NFC Championship game next weekend, and they'll look to finish things off here now in this 4th quarter. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They run it again with Kamara. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. Winston. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara.
And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the fourth, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
138 yards rushing for him now as his big night continues.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. Now Winston drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he is out of bounds, but not before.